Hey guys, this is No Solution. I'm Scott, and we're going to do another edition of Blind by Blasphemies. It's been quite a while. I've been kind of taking another tactic of going through my collection and trying to clear some stuff out. But along with that, clearing out the collection, I've been trying to be more cognizant of, am I just picking up blind buy stuff because it's cheap or because I actually want it? I have so much backlog of that. So I've been doing good. I've been being more aware of what I'm buying. But as happens with addicts, I fell off the wagon this weekend in a very embarrassing way, and it was a sale at the mall at Fye. So this is not going to be a very extreme edition. I've got some other stuff thrown in though at the end. Some recommendations from Tony from Life Eternal, and a couple other bits and bobs. So let's just get right into it. So first of all, I did not get this at the mall, but I just listened to this. This was a kind of a blind buy. Troops of Doom, The Rise of Heresy EP. So this is Gyro. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Formerly known as Tormentor, the original guitarist of Sepultura in the Morbid Visions days. This is his band. I believe they put out a couple more EPs and a full length. This is the only thing I've heard. So just 4 original songs, and then they do cover Beachville Devastation and Troops of Doom. The name of the band plus the Sepultura covers, kind of right off, I'm like, I don't know. But, I mean, I get it. That's how you're going to get noticed. People know that song. People are interested in the Sepultura covers, and honestly, that's kind of how they got on my radar as well. So I did pick this up. So what we've got here is kind of a recreation of the Morbid Visions era of the band, with more modern production. Honestly, it's a little too slick for me. I wish it was a little dirtier, a little more raw. But the songs are good. The 4 original songs. It's kind of thrashy. There's some chugging parts. Just kind of think Morbid Visions, and you're in the ballpark of where they're coming from. Obviously, with better musicianship and better production. I guess this would fall under the Clones Band banner. Like Apocalyptic Raids to Hellhammer, Thalcandra to Dissection. So, but I mean, this guy was in the original lineup of that era. So, I mean, if anyone has the right to recreate that, he does. And it's not like anybody else from the band is doing that now. So, well, I guess you could say the Cavalera Conspiracy re-recordings, but whatever. I actually haven't heard them. I'm not interested in hearing them. So, this is decent. I mean, if you're a fan of that era of Sepultura, I would say it's worth checking out. I'm not sure I'm going to be going any farther than this. I don't know. It was good, but it didn't light my world on fire that I got to go check out all the rest of it. But it's worth a listen anyway. I did see on their other releases, they have continued to do Sepultura covers from that time, and I kind of feel like you made your point. You don't have to keep doing it, but whatever. It's their band. So, all right. So I was at the mall. And we still have an Fye, and I know a lot of people don't. And anytime I'm at the mall, 2 or 3 times a year, I'm like, oh, Fye's still there. Let's go see what's going on. And it's, a lot of tchotchkes, a lot of Funko Pops, not much music, not many movies anymore. So I went in, and right at the front, they had a bin of $2 clearance CDs. All right, I'll start flipping through these. So, I didn't even bring it down here. What an idiot. They did have a Accept live album. It was a double disc, double CD and a DVD. I believe it came out in 2015. And Bill from the Ninth Circle had sent me the Stalingrad record that I had not heard, and it's really good. So it's kind of in that era, so I thought I'd pick for $2. Shoot, I'll pick it up, and if I hate it, I'll give it to somebody else. But that is not a blind buy, so here's what I got. This is quite embarrassing. All right, so I got this. August Burns Red. It's called Home. I didn't know it when I got this. This is a live album. I believe I have seen this band. I think they opened for Killswitch Engage, so that should probably tell you where they're coming from. This is by the numbers metalcore. I should not have. It was right in front of me, and it was $2. Maybe I'll really like it. I do like Killswitch Engage, but I usually don't like metalcore, and I don't really like this. I mean, I'm sure it's fine for what it is. So I will not be keeping this $2 down the drain. If anyone's a big August Burns Reds fan, let me know, and I'll send it to you. Let's just dive right into the embarrassment. Drowning Pool, man. Their self-titled album. I don't know if this is like the 4th album, 5th album, something. Came out in 2010. They did get Ryan McComb on vocals at some point, which I did not know. Ryan McComb was from the band Soil, which I really liked the first Soil EPs and then the first full length, and then they got sort of new metal-y. So speaking of new metal, this was more like Morbid Curiosity. It was like the frickin' Bodies band, like what? And then their singer died right after, and then I never knew what happened to him. So I was just very curious about what this was. Surprisingly, oh yeah, it's got a slipcase. So, and then the same boring album cover. Like, really, guys, you couldn't get a girl with boobs to put on the cover? Like, nothing? Okay. So, surprisingly, I did not hate this. This is kind of, I was expecting more new metal-ish, yo boy kind of stuff. This is more in the Nickelback kind of school of hard rock, modern hard rock, I guess you would say. So if you hate Nickelback, I'm sure you'll hate this. I don't hate Nickelback, but I also don't love them. I was just very pleasantly surprised that this was not god-awful. They're well-constructed, hooky, modern hard rock songs. And it's just a dumb rock party album. I will not be keeping this, but it was interesting. I don't consider it $2 wasted that I checked this out to see what they were up to. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. If you're into that style of hard rock, you may already know about this. If you don't, I would say check it out. All right, this band I knew nothing about except that they're on Nuclear Blast. So Black Star Riders, and this is... I'm getting old, guys. I cannot read. Another State of Grace. This came out in 2019. So I didn't know until I'd already listened to it. This is the modern lineup of Thin Lizzy making new music. Scott Gorham, the guitar player, had said that he was willing to record new albums, but he didn't want it under the Thin Lizzy name because there was basically no Thin Lizzy left from the glory days, which I really respect that decision. Ricky Warwick is the singer, and I believe the guitar player. He's from the Almighty. Yes, he plays guitar as well. So this is Thin Lizzy, basically. It's Thin Lizzy style. Ricky sounds a lot like Phil Lynott in a lot of spots. Modern classic rock, I guess you would call it. It's an enjoyable listen. I don't know if this is something I'll ever come back to, but it was fun to check out. So if you're into Thin Lizzy or classic rock in general, you might be into these guys. They have a handful of albums, I believe, and this is the 2019 one. So yeah, Black Star Riders, not too bad. Again, I don't think I'll be keeping this, but cool to check out for $2. I know you can check out anything you want for free, but I never do. It's if I don't own it, I don't take it seriously, and I don't listen seriously. So, and this is not metal at all. Death Cab for Cutie, the Blue EP. So I had stayed away from this band forever because the name is fucking stupid, let's face it. And I just assumed they were indie hipsters that I would hate. But Brian from The Embryonic Robot had recommended a song, Transatlanticism, the title track of one of their albums, and I really did enjoy that. So right after that, I saw this for $2, so I snapped it up. So it's kind of dreamy indie pop, sad boy music, and I can get into some sad boy music. Marillion has a lot of sad boy tendencies. My favorite song was the first one, To the Ground. It's very, very hypnotic, repeating rhythm with a kind of a wall of sound Wall of Guitars ending that I really liked, which I guess is not something they normally do. So I don't know if I'll get into a lot of their other stuff. But every song was enjoyable to listen to, so it's not a bad way to spend 20 minutes. So I'll probably be checking out this band a little bit more if the price is right. Man, we're already at 10 minutes. All right. I said I would show the ones that Tony recommended, so I will do that. Tony at the Life Eternal channel has been going through his CDs, and he had mentioned this band, Sky Forest. So I found 2 of their albums super cheap and picked them up. This is an EP. So this one, it sounds exactly like it looks. This is not metal at all. Kind of more neoclassical, folky. Very beautiful. I mean, it's like I said, it sounds like it looks. I think there's one way in the background black metal vocal on this, but you barely could notice it. This full length called Unity, a little bit more black metal. Again, though, it's way back in the mix, so you can barely even hear it. So I wouldn't call this black metal at all. I guess post-black, black gaze, something like that. But both of these were quite enjoyable, and I go back and forth. First, I like this one more, and then last time I listened to them both, I like this one more. So, yeah, these are 2 I'll be keeping, and probably pick up any more Sky Forest I come across. I believe they're Russian. That's the kind of research you can expect from me. And then Tony had brought this one up a ton of times, and I finally listened to it, Kaladin Brood. This is their only album, Echoes of Battle, based on a fantasy series from Steven Erikson, I believe his name is. You know, fantasies, the books are that thick, and there's like 30 of them. So I don't know anything about that, but it's not based on Tolkien, so thank you for that originality. So this is freaking awesome. This is blasphemy here. I never got into summoning that much. This is what I expected to hear when I hear anyone talk about summoning. So I guess I would say this is the summoning album, the best summoning album that summoning didn't do. Summoning to me always seemed really like demo level, like they didn't have the budget, or I don't know what, to accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. This is fully realized. Like, it feels like it's full orchestra, and just, I don't even have the words to describe it. Just listen to it. It is an experience. Very long songs, very epic, and yeah. Thanks a lot, Tony, for this. I probably would never have checked this out without your recommending it over and over, and I finally listened. All right, real quick, let's keep going. What the heck? Gravewurm just did this re-release of Doom to Eternity, my favorite of their albums. This is a slightly altered cover. It's a 2 CD set now, and you get the album. You get the Occult Creatures split they did with Sathanas. This is the cover of that image, and those songs kind of go with the Doom to Eternity album because Jim Kanye played on those as well, and those are actually the final things that Jim Kanye ever played on. And 2 great songs, so good addition to this. And then the bonus disc is a live set from November 2014, and then a rehearsal from December 2014. The rehearsal is a lot of like just kind of working out the songs from this album. So definitely recommend this album. And if you don't have it or haven't heard it, I would suggest getting this version from the Bandcamp page. I'll link it down below. Yeah, my favorite Gravewurm album. So check it out. And then just, all right, music's done. If you want to X out, that's fine. I just watched this fucking piece of garbage, and I just wanted to let everybody know what a freaking absolute waste of time it is. So this is a remake of Blood Feast. It came out in 2016. Blood Feast is the classic gore movie from the 60s from Herschel Gordon Lewis, about a restaurant owner who starts cooking people in celebration of an Egyptian goddess. So this remake what if we took Blood Feast and took out all the like campiness of it and tried to make it really serious, and also took out 90% of the gore, and then had a terrible script and terrible actors? So that's what this is. It's got Robert Russler, who I recognized but didn't know who he was. I had to look him up. He's the best friend in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and he's been in a ton of shit, but I don't know. This was not the role for him. He was just wooden and terrible. Caroline Williams from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. She's in, everybody gets her to be in their movies, so they have a name. Sophie Monk, who is a very, very attractive woman that I'd seen in The Hills Run Red. She is in this. She's playing their college-age daughter, but she's like 37. She's still an attractive woman, but come on, she's not 19. And there's, just as an example, the daughter character, Sophie Monk, she meets a cop, and they're kind of hitting it off, and then they sit in his car and talk about, oh, do you speak French? Oh, it's in France, sorry. No, I'm from Germany. Oh, so you speak German. And then he speaks a little German. She goes, oh, that's so cool. And this scene goes on for like 8 minutes of just them chit-chatting, and that's the example of how they fill the 90 minutes of this movie. There's a couple little gore effects. The kills are mostly off-screen. Okay, for the Blood Feast remake, let's do that. And then the Blood Feast at the end, the kind of the climax cannibal is just, it looks like a Halloween party. Like, here, eat this little cup has an eyeball in it. You should eat this. Yeah. Fucking garbage. In fact, that's exactly where this is going. This was in the garbage, actually, and then I decided I wanted to talk about it, so I took it out of the garbage, and it's going right back. All right, guys, this was a long one. Sorry about that. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you, as always, for watching. I always appreciate anyone who watches and commenting, and until next time, CM Punk is a piss baby. Thanks, you guys.